Why do some people in their 80s climb stairs with ease, while others struggle with heart issues? The secret isn't always in a pill bottle, it's often on your plate. What you eat every day can quietly harm or powerfully heal your heart. The standard American diet, heavy in processed foods, can clog arteries over time, but small intentional changes can transform your heart health. Imagine a food so potent, it's been called a natural artery cleanser by researchers, a food most seniors haven't even considered. What if you could lower cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and boost blood flow with a few simple additions to your meals? The good news is, you can. Science from top institutions like Harvard and the American Heart Association backs this up. By the end of this guide, you'll discover 3 groups of superfoods that could help your heart beat stronger, longer. Stick with us to uncover a tiny but mighty food that cardiologists rave about, a game changer for your cardiovascular health. Let's dive into the first superfood group that's rewriting the rules for heart wellness. Your heart is a muscle that never rests, pumping blood through 60,000 miles of vessels in your body. To keep it strong, especially as you age, you need the right fuel. Enter avocados and extra virgin olive oil to superfoods packed with heart protective nutrients, particularly monounsaturated fats. These good fats are a cornerstone of diets linked to longevity. Like the Mediterranean diet, which studies in the New England Journal of Medicine 2013 show can reduce heart attack risk by up to 30% in higher risk individuals. Monounsaturated fats, the primary fats in avocados and olive oil, work like a broom for your arteries. According to the American Heart Association, they lower low-density lipoprotein (LDL) cholesterol, the bad kind, while maintaining or even boosting high-density lipoprotein (HDL), the good cholesterol that ferries excess cholesterol back to the liver for processing. Unlike saturated fats in butter or trans fats in margarine, monounsaturated fats don't clog arteries. A 2016 study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that replacing just 5% of saturated fat calories with monounsaturated fats can lower cardiovascular disease risk by 15%. Avocados are nutrient powerhouses. One medium avocado contains about 22 grams of fat, 65% of which is monounsaturated. They're also rich in fiber, 7 grams per fruit, potassium, 485 milligrams, and vitamin E, all of which support heart health. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure by counteracting sodium's effects, a critical factor for seniors, as hypertension affects over 60% of Americans over 65, per the CDC. Fiber, meanwhile, binds to cholesterol in the gut, reducing its absorption. A 2018 meta-analysis in The Lancet showed that higher fiber intake correlates with a 9% lower risk of heart disease. Extra virgin olive oil (EVOO) shines just as brightly. Its monounsaturated fats, about 73% of its fat content, reduce LDL cholesterol and improve endothelial function, the ability of blood vessels to dilate. A 2020 study in Circulation found that regular olive oil consumption, at least half a tablespoon daily, was linked to a 14% lower risk of cardiovascular events. EVOO's polyphenols, antioxidants like oleocanthal, also fight inflammation, a key driver of atherosclerosis. The Harvard Heart Letter 2021 notes that chronic inflammation can damage arterial walls, making anti-inflammatory foods like EVOO essential for seniors. How do these fats work? They alter cell membrane fluidity, improving how cells communicate and reducing plaque buildup. They also lower triglycerides, fats in the blood that, when elevated, increase heart disease risk. The American Heart Association recommends that 25 to 35% of daily calories come from fats, with monounsaturated fats prioritized over saturated ones. Let's compare. Butter is 63% saturated fat, which raises LDL cholesterol and promotes plaque formation. Margarine often contains trans fats, which the FDA banned in 2018 due to their strong link to heart disease. Avocados and EVU, by contrast, stabilize cholesterol and reduce arterial stiffness. A 2019 study in arteriosclerosis, thrombosis, and vascular biology showed that diets high in monosaturated fats improve arterial elasticity, crucial for seniors whose arteries naturally stiffen with age. How much is enough? For avocados, half a fruit, about 80 grams, daily is ideal. Spread it on whole grain toast, add it to salads, or blend it into smoothies. For EVU, aim for 1 to 2 tablespoons daily. Use it to drizzle over vegetables or as a base for salad dressings. Avoid overheating EVU, as high temperatures can degrade its antioxidants, apt for low-heat cooking or raw use. The Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health suggests pairing these with fiber-rich foods to maximize cholesterol-lowering effects. Seniors should be mindful of portions. Avocados are caloried, about 160 calories per half, so balance them with lean proteins and vegetables. EVU is 120 calories per tablespoon, so measure carefully to avoid weight gain, which can strain the heart. If you're on statins or blood thinners, consult your doctor, as high potassium or vitamin K in avocados could affect medication efficacy. Why choose these over other fats? Unlike omega-6 heavy oils like corn or soybean, which can promote inflammation when overconsumed, avocados and EVU balance omega-6 and omega-3 ratios, reducing systemic inflammation. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition 2017 found that high omega-6 diets increase heart disease risk in older adults, making EVU's balanced profile a smarter choice. For seniors, accessibility matters. Avocados are widely available, though prices vary, about $1 to $2 each. EVU can be pricier, but a small bottle of high-quality oil lasts weeks with modest use. Look for extra virgin labels to ensure purity, as lower grades may lack polyphenols. Store both in cool, dark places to preserve nutrients. This is just the start. If you think avocados and olive oil are impressive, the next superfood group will surprise even cardiologists with its heart protective power. Let's explore a duo that acts like armor for your arteries. Your heart thrives on nutrients that fight inflammation and keep blood flowing smoothly. Salmon and flax seeds deliver just that. Thanks to omega-3 fatty acids and soluble fiber, two heavyweights in cardiovascular health, these superfoods form a protective shield for your arteries, reducing risks that increase with age, like stroke and heart attack. Salmon is a fatty fish loaded with omega-3s, specifically docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, and eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA. These fats are anti-inflammatory, antithrombotic, and antiarrhythmic, meaning they reduce blood clotting and irregular heartbeats. A 2018 study in Circulation found that higher omega-3 intake was associated with a 16% lower risk of fatal heart disease in older adults. The American Heart Association recommends to 3.5-ounce servings of fatty fish weekly, with salmon leading the pack due to its 1.8 grams of omega-3 south per serving. DHA and EPA also improve triglyceride levels, which, when elevated, raise heart disease risk by 61% in seniors, per the National Heart, Lung and Blood Institute. Flax seeds, meanwhile, are plant-based dynamos. 1 tablespoon contains 1.6 grams of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant omega-3, and 2.8 grams of fiber, much of it soluble. Soluble fiber forms a gel in the gut, trapping cholesterol and reducing its absorption. A 2017 American Journal of Clinical Nutrition meta-analysis showed that soluble fiber lowers LDL cholesterol by 5 to 10 milligrams, DL, significant drop for heart health. Flax seeds also contain lignans, antioxidants that protect the endothelium, the inner lining of blood vessels. A 2020 study in Nutrients found lignans reduce arterial stiffness, critical for seniors as stiff arteries raise blood pressure. For those who don't eat fish, flaxseed oil offers a vegan alternative, delivering 7 grams of ALA per tablespoon. However, ALA converts to DHA and EPA at a low rate, 5 to 10%. So fish eaters get a bigger omega-3 boost. The Harvard Heart Letter 2022 suggests combining flax seeds with fish for optimal benefits. As they complement each other's strengths, how should you prepare these? For salmon, baking or steaming preserves omega-3 south better than frying, which can oxidize fats. Aim for 3 to 4 ounces per serving twice weekly. A 2021 study in the BMJ found that baked or steamed fish lowered stroke risk by 14% compared to fried. Flaxseed should be ground for better nutrient absorption. Whole seeds pass through undigested. Add 1 tablespoon to oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothies daily. Flaxseed oil works in dressings but shouldn't be heated as it degrades ALA. Seniors face unique considerations. Omega-3 south may thin blood slightly, so those on anticoagulants should consult a doctor. Salmon can be pricey, $10 to $15 per pound, but frozen or canned options are budget-friendly and retain nutrients. Flax seeds are affordable, about $2 per pound, and widely available. Store ground flax seeds in the fridge to prevent rancidity. Why prioritize these? Omega-3 south reduce platelet aggregation, lowering clot risk, while flaxseed's fiber and lignans combat oxidative stress, a key factor in atherosclerosis. Together, they a dynamic duo. But hold on, a fruit growing in backyards across America might outshine even the best medications for lowering blood fats. Let's dive into the next group. Your heart needs foods that fight inflammation, relax blood vessels, and clear toxins from your arteries. Pomegranates, walnuts, and dark leafy greens deliver exactly that, forming a trifecta of superfoods that can transform cardiovascular health for seniors. Backed by cutting-edge research, these foods offer powerful compounds that rival medications in their effects. Pomegranates are bursting with polyphenols, antioxidants like polycalogens that boost blood flow. A 2017 study in Pharmacological Research found that pomegranate juice increased coronary blood flow by up to 30% in patients with heart disease. These compounds reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, which the American Heart Association identifies as key triggers of arterial plaque. 1 cup of pomegranate seeds, about 174 grams, provides 7 grams of fiber and 144 milligrams of potassium, supporting cholesterol control and blood pressure regulation. Walnuts are another star, rich in alpha-linolenic acid, 1.8 grams per ounce, and antioxidants like polyphenols. A 2018 Journal of the American College of Cardiology study showed that eating walnuts 5 times weekly lowered total cholesterol by 6 to 10% and reduced heart disease risk. Their healthy fats improve lipid profiles, while their antioxidants protect arterial walls from damage. Dark, leafy greens, think kale, spinach, and Swiss chard, are loaded with nitrates, which convert to nitric oxide in the body, relaxing blood vessels and lowering blood pressure. A 2016 Journal of the American Heart Association study found that 1 daily serving of nitrate greens reduced systolic blood pressure by 4 to 8 mHg. Greens also provide folate and magnesium, which support heart rhythm and vessel function. How to incorporate these? Eat 1 cup of fresh pomegranate seeds daily. Avoid bottled juices, which often lack fiber and add sugar. A 2020 Nutrition Reviews analysis warned that processed pomegranate products lose most polyphenols. For walnuts, A small handful, 1 ounce, daily is enough. Add them to salads or eat as a snack. Greens should be lightly steamed to retain nitrates. Overcooking or frying with excess oil diminishes benefits. Aim for 1 to 2 cups daily. Seniors should watch portions, as walnuts are calorie-dense, 185 calories per ounce. Pomegranates are affordable seasonally, $1 to $2 each, and greens are budget-friendly year-round. Those on blood thinners should moderate greens due to vitamin K's clotting effects. Check with your doctor. These foods outperform many alternatives. Unlike processed snacks, which spike blood sugar and inflammation, this trio delivers targeted nutrients. Polyphenols, ALA, and nitrates work synergistically to detoxify and relax arteries. Imagine combining all 3 superfood groups into a heart-healthy menu. The results could be life-changing. Let's wrap up with how to make that happen. You don't need to wait for a heart scare to start eating better. Every meal is a chance to give your heart a break, to let it beat stronger and steadier. The superfoods, we've covered avocados and extra virgin olive oil, salmon and flax seeds, pomegranates, walnuts, and dark leafy greens are backed by decades of research from places like Harvard and the American Heart Association. They lower cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and keep your arteries flexible, helping you feel lighter and more energized. Small changes, like swapping butter for olive oil or adding a handful of walnuts to your breakfast, can add years to your life. Why act now? Heart disease remains the leading cause of death for Americans over 65, per the CDC, but it's not inevitable. These foods aren't just science, they're a gift to yourself, a way to stay active for your grandkids, your hobbies, your life. Start tonight. Drizzle olive oil on your salad, toss in some walnuts, or steam a side of kale. Share this knowledge with someone you love, your spouse, your sibling, your neighbor. Don't keep the secret to a longer, healthier life to yourself. Want more tips like these? Like this video, subscribe and hit the bell to get weekly updates on staying vibrant as you age. Your heart deserves it.